and welcome to another segment of AstrologyAnswers.com's weekly horoscope. My name is Terence Scardino. Monday, November the 28th, the moon enters into expansive, optimistic, adventurous Sagittarius for a couple of days. But on Tuesday, the moon in Sag aligns with the sun in Sag, and this forms the new moon. There's a new moon every 4 weeks, and it sets the stage for a new focus of energy, a new theme. Every year at the end of November, the beginning of December, there's a new moon in Sagittarius. It sets the stage for the holiday seasons around the world. Sagittarius not only is very social and friendly, it's outgoing, and it rules over traveling. And this is one of the busiest traveling periods of the year as people are going on vacations to joining up and visiting friends and family. Now, this new moon is going to be aspecting the Neptune, Mars, and Jupiter. The Neptune can trigger some dreams, some looking for an optimistic future in the coming weeks into the new year. But with Neptune, there's still a bit of this, can I trust it? Is it real? But the new moon is also very favorable with assertive Mars and hopeful, optimistic Jupiter. Jupiter is actually the natural ruler of Sagittarius. So we're going to be starting the week with a lot of hopefulness and looking for these next several weeks for a good month. We might even begin to start making plans and thinking about the new year and what we would like in 2017. Also on Tuesday, social and pleasure-seeking Venus is triggering Uranus. This is a very favorable transit, maybe several in a year. There could be making new friendships. It's great for entertaining, hanging out with friends. Venus is also very creative, and you might be thinking more out of the box, wanting to do something more original. And this will all be part of the tone of the new moon going into the holidays. So if you're into decorating for the Christmas holidays, you might be wanting to do something more original. Now on Wednesday, the sun is going to be in a hard angle to Neptune. Well, this can be favorable for compassion, charity, but you might be feeling a little overwhelmed with all this surge of favorable energy on Tuesday, and now you're not quite sure, am I making the right decisions? Is this the way to go? I wouldn't be doing any important meetings or making any important promises because there's still this unsettledness. You're not quite sure where all this energy is taking you. But by Thursday, ambitious Mars, assertive Mars, is going to be very favorable with expansive Jupiter. This is a very favorable day for starting jobs, launching businesses, having business meetings. It basically means any kind of work endeavors and projects, that's the Mars, is being protected by lucky expansive Jupiter. Could also be a very favorable day to begin traveling and all the excitement that goes with it. By Saturday, the Mars is now favorable with Saturn. Now, what could be happening is this whole week, you're starting to feel more encouraged. You're looking to the future. You're coming up with some big plans. Maybe by Wednesday, you were thinking, am I going over the top? Maybe I need to sleep on this. But by Thursday, with Mars to Jupiter, you're ready to take the risk. Go on the big adventure. Have the confidence. by Saturday, with the Mars now favorable with Saturn, this is a good day to start working on these plans and these ideas. That Mars-Saturn can be very productive. This could be an excellent time for business, but also getting a lot of work done, maybe in preparation for the holidays. And that could also be about doing any kind of home repairs or some intense house cleaning. And so that's peaking on Saturday. So before I sign off, remember I'm available for a one question for a nominal fee through the Astrology Answers website. But you can find a direct link to request me on the YouTube page. In the description box there you will see a direct link. And remember, the time of birth is so important. Even if in your message, if you just say, I don't know my time of birth, but I think it was around early morning when the sun was rising, or my mother said it was around lunchtime. That will at least help me pinpoint where the position of the moon is. And remember to put in the city and the state, and if you're out of the United States, the country. And you can just put all that in the message itself, so I'm guaranteed to have it all correct. So, thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you next week for my next segment. Until then, have a great, productive week.